Well, ladies and gents, Iraq's Arab Cup campaign comes to a disappointing end, I think it's fair to say. But there's plenty to take away from that tournament. I'm your host, Hassan and Bilal, and with me to discuss everything that's happened these last couple of weeks is Hashim Arakabi.
My boy, man, how you been, man? All good?
I'm good. I've got a lot to say about this Arab Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Qatar the other day, went to watch one of the games, Iraq versus Sudan.
Sudan, yeah.
Bro, Qatar, what a fucking place. Honestly, like, genuinely my favourite place on earth, man.
Bro, I love it. I need to go, man. You know, they said next three is in Qatar as well.
What's the next
three Arab Cups?
For real?
Yeah,
Oh,
all of them
perfect,
confirmed,
man.
bro. So it's
Okay,
perfect,
sick.
bro. They love it, bro. It's
The vibes
organisation,
was
the
so
vibe,
nice,
innit?
man.
Yeah.
There's so many Arabs, but I was disappointed to see such few Iraqis there, man.
Yeah.
And I kind of get it, but still, like, football's football, man. You got to turn up, you got to represent. But anyway, let's jump right into things, and we'll go to the start of the Arab Cup before anything's even kicked off. And I think no one really had any expectations going into this tournament, especially given how abysmal Iraq were in the last Arab Cup.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't remember, and those of you that are unlucky enough to have watched it, in the last Arab Cup, Iraq played 3 games. I think we lost, 3-0 to Qatar?
Yep, in the groups.
We drew with, I think it was Bahrain.
Yeah, Bahrain.
And then we drew with Oman as well. I think Bahrain was 0-0. Then Oman, we were losing 1-0. And then we literally equalised with the last kick of the game with a penalty.
With the penalty.
So there were like 0 goals scored from out of play rather than just set pieces. And it was just atrocious. Obviously, there were circumstances. I remember, for example, that happening during COVID. And I think Adil Hamadi was there. And Yasser Qasim was there. I can't remember if Zidane was there, but basically none of them could play because they all had COVID.
Yeah.
So like they were messaging me, just, bro, we're stuck in the hotel room. So it was obviously like terrible circumstances, but now here we are. Was it 4 years later? 4 years later.
Yes.
And the squad selection is a random mishmash of players.
Yeah.
No expats besides Marco Farji and Ammar Mohsin, who are chosen. And then Marco Farji has to leave within 36 hours of arriving due to potential transfers. A couple of clubs chasing him.
Yeah.
There were talks, people saying, "Oh, he's going to sign for Venezia." No, they're one of the clubs that were trying to sign him. There are several others, but his club are currently playing hardball in terms of how much they're asking for. They're asking for quite a big fee.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the guy's a quality player, so I'm not surprised.
And also, what I know is obviously they're financially they got relegated this season, so like they need the money. So I get what they're doing.
Yeah, he's one of their prize assets. They're trying to get what they can.
But for us, obviously, that's like one of your best players, one established player in the national team right now, the main one, and you lose him just literally prior to the tournament. It's a big blow.
Yeah, it was a massive loss because you only have 23 players and we have 3 goalkeepers, I think, in the squad.
Yeah.
So you have 20 players. You lose one of them, you're left to 19. Before the tournament as well, Osama Rashid, poor guy, he has some family issues. He has to fly back to Portugal to deal with. So he drops out. In comes, I think, Amjad Atwan was his replacement. So it was already a very new, unsettled squad. Players that have never played together. Fans went ballistic when they saw the squad, saying, "Where are all the young players? Why are we not using this as an opportunity to try out some young players?" Well, the young players were also in Doha. They're just busy playing the Under-23 Gulf Cup with Mohamed Ahmad. And there was a prior agreement because the Under-23 Asian Cup is coming up. Ahmad Mohamed, it's within his right to say, "No, I need my squad. I need to get them ready. I need them to gel because we have a massive tournament coming up." Because the Asian Cup is big, man. If you do well in the Asian Cup, you qualify for the Olympics.
Yeah.
You have to finish top 3. It's not a small achievement.
Yeah.
To finish top 3 amongst all of Asia, you have to be a good team. And I would have loved to have seen Adam Talib with the first team. I would have loved to have seen Amouri with the first team. We have some good players in the Under-23 squad, but the Under-23 manager takes priority. That's normal in football.
Yeah. I think also they announced the squad before the main national team. I think the Under-23s
potentially.
And I think that basically they have priority in terms of selecting the young players. I think
but like I said, there was a prior agreement. They had sat together as an FA, the managers, and they've discussed this. And you have to respect the decision that was made.
100%.
So Yeah, that's why we didn't see these young players, and we ended up seeing a very random assortment of first team players for Iraq at the Arab Cup.
Yeah.
Granted, that was the case. I feel the players did very, very well.
Yeah.
I think the manager did very, very well, and I think there's a lot of positives to take away from the tournament. If we start off with the first match, we played against Bahrain. Bahrain is a team we haven't beaten, I think, since, what was it, 2013?
Yeah, yeah.
So what, 13
Literally
years, 12 years?
One of our worst records.
Yeah,
international
12
football.
games, I think 7 draws or 8 draws and a penalty loss and 2 losses.
Yeah.
So it's been disastrous for us against Bahrain. And then we beat them and we looked very, very good.
Yeah.
In the first half, we battered them.
Yeah.
It was 2-1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember the first half we played very, very well. They managed to get one right at the end, but we deserved to win. We were the better team by far.
Yeah.
The players got tired, but that was also to do with a lack of fitness. You know, I sat down when I was in Doha with Rene Mullenstein, the former Manchester United assistant manager and the current Iraqi assistant manager. And we spoke for like an hour and a half, just drinking tea and discussing Manchester United, Iraqi football, the media, and he cited very clearly. He goes, bro, the biggest issue we're going to face, and every team's really going to face, is fitness.
Yeah.
Whoever's going to have the best fitness is the one that's going to win.
Yeah.
And
also, Graham Arnold said after the whole tournament, I saw his press conference, and he was like, the key, especially going into the playoff game, is he said, I'm not in control, obviously, of the fitness the players are going to do in the next 3 months, but what I need is just full on everyone to lock in fitness wise. He was stressing the fitness issue because, again, goes in line with what you're saying. I think it was very clearly obvious. Out of all the teams probably in the Arab Cup, we were probably the worst physically. That game, the first
I think we started off the worst.
Yeah,
we started off the worst, but definitely that wasn't the case towards the end.
100%. But I also think as well, because the Iraqi league was carried on basically, literally right up until the tournament. So,
whereas the other countries, their leagues had been halved in a week prior.
A week and a half before they stopped.
So they had longer camps, etc. The Iraqi team, our first game was Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bro, Marco Farji arrived on Monday.
Yeah.
And the same thing was for Ammar. I think he arrived Sunday. Mm-hmm. So we didn't really have much preparation for a big tournament, you know? And the players looked knackered by the second half of the first match against Bahrain.
Yeah.
But they still won. And again, you have to give players credit. You have to give the manager credit. We, as Iraqis, were way too cynical. Yeah. As you can see from some of the comments that I saw yesterday, directed at me and the players. Okay, we lost, bro, but there's circumstances. But anyway, we'll come to that game later. We then play against Sudan again. This is a Sudanese side who'd drawn 1-1 against Algeria.
They were the dark horses for a lot of, I was seeing a lot of the analysis around the tournament. They were the ones that everyone was like, you know what, people are sleeping on this team. Look out for them. They're very tough to beat. Yeah, because again, even in their qualifiers, they played Lebanon. Yeah. Bro, they had 10 men and they won. Yeah. They're not a bad team. Yeah. And they did well. But again, Iraq had more quality. Yeah. We won. Excellent 2 goals from Amjad Atwan and Mimi. Yeah. So 2 games, 4 goals. Top of the group. Looked good. Yeah. It looked very, very good. Yeah. Manager had developed a cohesive unit that was playing very, very well with a very big shortage of his players. Yeah. These are players that he's seeing for the first time. Yeah. So he smashed it. I was very, very happy after the second game. Algeria is a different circumstance. Obviously, we wanted to win, but bro, any team that's going to have a sending off after 2 minutes, you're going to struggle. Yeah. You're going to struggle. Well, at the end, was it 2-0? Was it just a 1-0? No, 2-0. It was 2-0, yeah. But, bro, again, fair play to the players. Right up until the last minute, they were trying to create chances. Yeah. They were attacking. They weren't doing what I've seen Iraq previously do, which is just get the ball, shoot from distance, waste time, and just wait for the game to end because you've given up. Nah, man, they were actually trying. And they didn't do what you just mentioned there either, which is complete capitulation. Yeah. Where after the first goal, the team just falls apart. We end up losing 3-4-5 now. Yeah. And Algeria have definitely got the quality to do 100%. So again,
with 10 men, bro, the players worked hard. And talk about fitness. This is a tired team in the third game.
Yeah.
And they kept going. So, yeah, they tried to do well, but it's a hard game. It's a very, very difficult game. And the circumstances dictated that, okay, we weren't going to win that match.
Yeah.
But for the 10 players that remained on the field, fair play to them. Hassan Ali, he's an absolute, like, I don't want to get into it, but that was inexcusable.
Yeah.
To do that within 2 minutes is unforgivable. Fahad Talib as well, his mistake was a shambles, to be honest with you. To just push the ball from a weak cross at Saad Natiq and concede an own goal like that is just unforgivable.
Yeah.
But I think having seen that, it kind of shows you why we're still playing Jalal Hassan.
Yeah.
Or after all these years. And Ahmed Basil isn't, why he's second in the pecking order.
Yeah.
Because Fahad just isn't up to it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's still in the squad, to be honest with you. I think there are better alternatives within the Iraqi league. Looking at, for example, Ali Kadhim, who I think deserves to be there ahead of Fahad Talib. But I'd rather Fahad makes the mistakes in that mistake in the Arab Cup rather than the World Cup qualifier. So yeah, I think Graham Arnold would have seen that and thought, okay, clearly this guy's not up to it.
Yeah.
And the reason Jalal wasn't playing is he's injured as well. Like it's yet another injury. So if we look at the squad, really the only first team players we had were Akam.
Yeah.
Mimi.
Yeah.
And
Mustafa Saadun, but
he's not a first team player. He's a squad player.
He's a squad player.
I'm talking first team players.
Yeah, no.
Just them two.
You're just them two, yeah.
So you're playing 9 players that don't regularly play for your manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. Like, again, you have to bear in mind the circumstances regarding a game. The other thing that I found really interesting that no one's really talked about, and I might make a video talking about it, but when Ammar Mohsen started against Sudan, he had a crap half. Like, again, just because I'm friends with a player, I'm not gonna come and defend him. I thought he was rubbish, and I sat down with him the day after because they had a day off, and I was like, Ammar, you were shit yesterday, and he was like, bro, I know. I was like, what's going on? He was like, bro, like I found it very hard to be on the same wavelength as these players because I don't speak English. I don't speak Arabic. They don't speak English. I couldn't communicate with them. I don't know what they want. I don't understand their style of play. This is my first time starting a game for Iraq.
Yeah.
Bro, the amount of abuse he took was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Again, his first ever appearance for Iraq. He doesn't speak the language. It's completely different style of play between him and the local players.
Yeah.
These are all variables and factors you need to account for.
Also,
I think, though, to be fair, in his defence, he had a very good game against Algeria.
Against
he was
Algeria,
very good. I spoke to him. I was like, bro, okay, look, second game, next time you play, you need to get more involved. Forget on the ball. Off the ball, you need to work harder. You need to drop deep. You need to come collect the ball.
Yeah.
You need to find the gaps between the lines. And he did all of that second game. He worked very, very hard. And he nearly scored if it wasn't for Mackenzie's goal line clearance for the opposition.
Yeah.
That was really unlucky though. But yeah, that was the Algeria game. Were you gonna add something there?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say with Ammar's game, I think a lot of people, if you're just gonna watch him from the national team, you won't really understand what his strengths are because of the factors like you said. But he relies, you see glimpses of it, he relies on holding the ball up, link up play, understanding the movement of players around him. He's got an incredible goal scoring record in the last season.
Incredible. He was the top goal scorer in the league.
Exactly. But like, as in, people that are thinking like, why is that not being translated into the national team? His style of play that you see relies on link up play and holding the ball up, and also the aerial stuff. Like this is what I was saying to one of my mates after the game against Jordan. I was like, I don't know why he didn't come on instead of Jawad, because the way we were playing at that point, the balls that Ahmed Yahya was putting into the box, Ali Jassim, he was just screaming for someone to be an aggressive presence in the box. Obviously, you ideally want to have Ayman, but you have someone in Ammar Mohsin who that is his strengths. You're playing to his strengths at that point, which we didn't do the rest of the tournament, to be honest. Yeah. The rest of the tournament, we were relying a lot on sort of intricate play, in and around the box, whatever.
Yeah, there were some very good patterns. That was something interesting as well. Like, you're starting to see clear patterns of play that previously didn't exist. And to create that with a random new squad like he has done, like, fair play to the manager.
Yeah.
But again, I agree with you. Like, Ammar, in my opinion, should have come on late in the Jordan match. So let's actually talk about the Jordan game. Before the Jordan game, I tweeted. I said, Jordan in the Arab Cup have played 3 games and conceded. Sorry, they've been awarded 4 penalties, and I said Iraq defense needs to be careful.
Yeah.
Bro, to lose that game, playing the way we did on a penalty, is such a piss take. It's such a piss take. Do you think it was a penalty?
Look, like, I think that rule of the proximity, I think, look, firstly, I thought people were saying it went off his chest and onto his arm. I think it was straight, straight.
I thought it hit his arm straight away.
I thought it hit his arm straight away. I think the proximity thing is...
That's my issue.
Is for me...
Bro, he's not even a metre and a half away.
That's what I'm saying. For me, it's... I think there's been so many times in football where we've had this debate, like in Champions League at times, they made it a rule where, if it's like really close proximity, it doesn't count as a pen, but then in other leagues, it doesn't matter. This rule is really... I think it's unfair. I think it is the rules where, if it's... His arm was out, but at the same time, I think for me, in the rules, you have to consider the proximity. Like, what's he meant to do with his arm? He's jumping, he's turning at the same time. His body is automatically all turning.
Yeah.
Obviously, where else is he meant to put his arm when you're turning your body? For me, it's harsh, but
I thought it's not a penalty, man. I thought, honestly, I felt that because of the distance, he's so close to the player that kicked the ball.
Yeah.
That he has pretty much no time to bring his arm down.
Yeah.
And to concede a penalty like that is bullshit, man.
Yeah.
And to lose against, what is that? It's like the main first team for Jordan.
Other than you have maybe Yazan Al-Arab, who's the centre-back in South Korea, who's not there, and Musa Ta'mari, but that's apart from that, that's basically their starting 11. Team, that's their starting 11, yeah.
So to play as well as we did, bro, we created a lot of chances, like good chances, but just lacked the quality up front. I think Mimi was very poor yesterday, to be fair. Although he's been our probably most informed player the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But I just felt that we did enough to at least take the game into extra time.
Yeah.
It was just frustrating. It was very frustrating, and I felt really disappointed for the players.
Yeah.
Bro, realistically, when Iraq lose, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
And I'm vexed at the players, and I feel annoyed, and I feel, they're shit, and they'll never watch this again.
Rage.
Yeah, bro, but it wasn't like that yesterday.
Yeah,
I felt sad for them. I felt they did enough to win the game, to make it to the semi-finals, and I don't know. It was disappointing. I felt that we can beat Jordan.
Yeah.
And I felt like the players deserve to be in the semi-finals after everything that's happened, the circumstances, the squad selection. So it's sad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Football, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But I think there's plenty of positives to take away from this tournament.
Yeah.
There are plenty of negatives. Do you want to start with the negatives? I think the negatives are, it's highlighted how unfit our players are compared to other nationalities.
Yeah.
Because of their leagues and the way their leagues are structured and the intensity of their leagues. And cultural aspects in terms of their players know how to sleep well, how to recover well, how to eat well, etc. Not smoking and all that nonsense. We don't have that. So I think that was exposed a little bit, especially in the earlier matches. It's not a surprise that the players improved massively once they were away from their clubs in an enclosed environment with a manager where they were forced to be disciplined, sleep on time, and take their recovery seriously. And once they were doing that, lo and behold, everyone's fitness improves. It's just like magic, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, that was one of the bad things. The other bad thing, I feel that, bro, like, we've been with Graham Arnold now. That was his 12th game, right?
Yeah.
Do you know, I think we've had 5 sendings off in 12 games on him. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
How do you get 5 red cards in 12? That's nearly a red card every 2 games.
Yeah.
And some of them have been mental.
Yeah.
Mimi, when he kicked that Thai player, was unforgivable.
Yeah.
Hussein Ali against Algeria, unforgivable. Like, bro, these are reckless challenges.
Yeah.
Like, borderline assault on Mimi's part.
Yeah, Mimi's was crazy.
Ali Al-Hamadi's was harsh. I get why it's a sending off, but he never even connected with the player.
Yeah.
He was going for the ball. It's harsh.
Yeah.
Zayd Tahsin's one wasn't malicious. It was just sloppy defending. Like sloppy. 2 yellow cards. You can forgive him for that.
Yeah.
And there was another one. Who I can't quite remember.
Was it Mustafa?
It might have been. But anyway, like, 5 red cards is too much.
Yeah.
Like, it shows you that maybe there's an attitude problem, or the players just lack discipline, or whatever it was. That needs to change. Like, we can't fucking get a sending off against Bolivia. Imagine we lose that game because of a red card. Bro, I will find out where that player's hotel room is. I've paid
the oxygen.
I swear, I've paid 750 quid just to go to this, just to fly there. Forget the hotel, forget the tickets, forget the way back.
Yeah.
£750 just to fly to Mexico.
Forget the cartels that you
exactly. And if I see us lose because of a red card, I'm smashing that player, bro. I swear. Like, send me location ones.
Bro, no, but genuinely, bro. In all seriousness, the thing is, like, I think you also have to bear in mind that with intensity comes recklessness at times. But
these are not last ditch tackles to recover the ball.
I agree.
They're stupid challenges.
I agree.
They're reckless, dangerous tackles. Mimi kicking a player has nothing to do with intensity. Hussein Ali trying to snap someone's ankle has nothing to do with intensity.
Yeah.
It's to do with carelessness. It's to do with just being an idiot.
I think, bro, the thing is, when this is a thing in football, and I think a lot of footballers, it can seep into their thinking. When you add a level of aggression and intensity to your style of play, whether it's structured, whether it's... The point is, when you as a player are not used to being in this enclosed mindset of being, I need to be structured and intense in my position, their quality in terms of being able to read the game, it starts getting clouded. And this is why, like, when as a player, a lot of players, when they're in structured systems, like, you have managers that their focus is entirely on being positionally aware, tactically, and all this stuff plays in your mind. So a lot of the time it can seep into your decision making when it comes to being overly aggressive or...
But okay, fine. But then the way I see it is that you clearly cannot follow instructions. You clearly can't follow tactics.
That you can make that point.
Clearly incapable of playing under pressure. You shouldn't be the national team.
Yeah, I mean, I hit that point I hear because the national team as well, for a lot of these Iraqi players as well, like, you see the reaction of Hussein, when he got his red card and stuff. The national team is another level of pressure, and it's a dream for a lot of these players to be part of that. So I get the passion seeps into it a lot of the times, and it sometimes goes over the top. Yeah, but
bro, like, the pressure is an honor.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
If you don't want to deal with that, don't come.
Yeah.
Don't come. Like, to wear this shirt, to represent 48 million Iraqis in Iraq and many million outside.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't handle it. Stay at home. Let somebody else who can handle it be there.
And I think that at the same time, the managers also, like Graham Arnold was saying in his press conference how he's not had a time to be able to, test players. He's not had a time to see who's, a good fit for this national team or not. And he said, this Arab Cup was this is the best opportunity for me to test the local players and see which ones can actually make it into this team.
So who do you think he would have looked at and thought, do you know what, this is a player that will serve me in the future?
I think
assuming he stays on with us.
Yeah. I think aside from obviously Akam, who's a player in the national team, he one of the best players in the tournament. One who really impressed me was Carrar, bro.
Yeah.
In the middle of the pitch. In terms of IQ, in terms of progressive passing,
he
control.
Was very, very intelligent with his passing.
Very.
The way he was finding gaps in the defense.
Exactly, and that for me is one of the biggest things is being able to read the game, being able to his whole view of the pitch is so holistic. He can spot the passes in between the lines, like you said. He can have that composure. That's the thing with a lot of our players when they're under pressure and when it's a 50-50 duel, they've just come out of it. They just put it, just boot the ball out or play it long. No, he has that composure. Intricate touch, first touch composure, settles himself, scans the pitch.
Who does he play for?
I actually don't know.
The biggest compliment I can give him is that he didn't look like an Iraqi player. Do you know what? It sounds deep.
No, it's true.
But he looked like a European-based player in terms of his understanding of the game, his vision, his composure, his technique. He just was very impressive.
Yeah.
And I really liked what I saw from him.
Yeah.
Who else stood out for you?
I think we have in the recent last few years had sort of the right hand side has been a more of a weakness. Yeah. I think the first couple of games I thought Mustafa Sa'doun was very good.
I thought he did very good against Bahrain.
I think against Bahrain he was very, very good. Probably one of the man of the matches I think in that game. And I think that he is a strong competitor for Hussein Ali in that position. I think it's one of the most open positions we have in terms of both of them are I couldn't tell you who should be a guaranteed starter in that right back position. So I think he's given Graham Arnold a good headache in order to know who to pick in that game against Bolivia.
I think a lot of the flack he took yesterday because of the penalty was really unfair.
Yeah.
If you concede a penalty, it doesn't mean you've had a terrible performance. Yeah. Especially with that particular penalty.
Yeah.
I think that was harsh.
I think it shouldn't. Moments like that shouldn't be able to. You can't make a judgment of a player the whole tournament. So I think that from that standpoint, 100%.
Bro, Ahmed Yahya for me.
Ahmed Yahya,
him for me. Ahmed Yahya and Akam were by far our best players.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
Both looked proper solid, but again, watching that, you can see why they're with the first team.
Yeah.
And why these other players are fringe players or they're not with the first team.
Yeah.
They just looked so good. Mimi is an interesting one. Because Mimi, I was having a conversation with someone about Mimi. So it was me, Ammar, and this other guy. Okay, and this other guy was like, it was weird because when Ammar was there, they weren't creating any chances, and Mimi came in and they were creating chances, and the chances just fall on his lap. Bro, no, it doesn't. Mimi, it looks like it falls on his lap, but bro, this guy, his movement is what creates the chances.
Yeah.
Look, Mimi wastes a lot of chances, but he's so erratic, he's so unpredictable, because even he doesn't know what he's going to do. I saw he's so random in front of goal. His movements are so unpredictable that he ends up on the end of random half chances. Some of them he scores, like against Sudan, the first one. But then he also wasted, mad opportunities against Sudan.
Yeah.
So this is the thing with Mimi. He's like a pinball. You put a pinball and you just go...
Yeah.
That's what Mimi is to me. You don't know what you're going to get.
But there's actually, in modern day football, you could probably get 10 different examples of strikers that play for big clubs that are in that mould. They are chaos creators, and
like who?
You know, you have players like Darwin Núñez, one of them, who's, you know, last few years at Liverpool.
Before you said he plays at a big club. He plays at Liverpool.
This guy, bro. You've had a few as well. I'm not even gonna lie. Flipping Hoyland, Šeško,
they just
all
crap. They're just rubbish.
They play for Manchester United, bro. They've been bought. I'm saying the mold of player of that striker that just he's quick, good movement, but is a chaos element that just, you know, creates havoc in defenses. Yeah. They are efficient. They might not be able to give you the output that, you know, like your elite Haalands and Isaks and these molds of strikers. But what they can provide is they can create chaos in that defense that opens up space for others.
Yeah. I mean, you say Isaac, he scored 1 goal this season, but
this guy,
you're right. You're right. Like, again, if you look at Iraq's front line, what I really like about it is that you have, if you want to include Ammar Mohsen, you have 4 very different players.
Yeah.
You have Ayman, who's just this rock solid fucking machine.
Yeah.
Okay, who can score and finish well. But he also passes well. I think
it's improved a lot, you know.
Yeah. But then you have Mimi, who's just this like wrecking ball who just creates havoc wherever he goes.
Yeah.
You have Al Hamadi, who can come deep, he can run at players, he's very intricate with his play.
Yeah.
Then you have Ammar, who is more of a kind of like fox in the box, I think.
Yeah.
So we have very good options up front, and it's good to see that. But Mimi was an interesting one. I think he's gone under the radar, but if you look at the last, 5 or 6 games, I think you'd have to say Mimi's been our best player.
Yeah.
And, you know, fair play to him. He didn't have a very good game against Jordan, but that was a weird one. We were talking earlier, me and you, about that particular game and how Graham Arnold brought on Mohamed Jawad, who I think didn't really have a good tournament.
Non-existent, I think.
Non-existent, and he left out Ammar, where it was the perfect time to bring him on. You know, we were playing very wide. A lot of good crosses were coming in from Ahmed Yahya. Ali Jassim's another positive, I think, as well, who I think kind of had a revival, would you say, this tournament?
100%.
He was spending less time on the ball, getting the ball, being much more effective, much more efficient.
Even the UAE, bro, I think we've seen, like, there's been a steady progression with Ali Jassim, like, in the national team, I'm speaking specifically, like the UAE games, and now transitioning into the Arab Cup. I think you're seeing a bit of that spark come back, that ability to beat a man, that
a bit of self-belief as well.
100%. I think this was what it came down to with Ali Jassim a lot of the time. That period where he moved to Como and that adjustment period was his self-belief. Where he wasn't playing. Yeah. His self-belief was at all-time low, I felt. You see it in the national team. He had no
lack of fitness, lack of confidence
to take a player on.
And then trying to prove yourself too much.
Exactly.
By taking 85.
Doing too much. Exactly.
Touches.
But now I feel like he's slowly having that composure back, that ability to.
He's the player we fell in love with.
Exactly, and that's a big positive because, you know, he's one of the most dangerous players in his team.
Yeah. So far, we have key big positives: Mimi, Ahmed Yahya, Akam, Ali Jassim. Who else did we say?
Karrar,
Nabil, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Karrar, Nabil. Anyone else you thought had like a pretty good game? What do you think of Zaid Ismail?
I think I could see elements of a decent player in there. I think you put him alongside someone like, the thing is, we have a plethora of players in the middle of the pitch that can play. You know, I just don't see unless I think for me with him is he is a more box to box style player where he's a bit more. He hasn't got that sort of intricate. I don't really see a standout quality in his game.
Yeah, he's a bit of a jack of all trades.
He's pretty all rounded.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't say
you need more than that.
You need more than that. Yeah. I feel like with the competition we have in that position, if Zidane can't even be a guaranteed starter in this team a lot of the time, the quality, you can see what the quality is. Yeah. So I think in this team he was good. I think he had a good tournament. I don't think he was. I think he was, you know, alongside Karrar, he was very good, but realistically, can he break into that main team? I don't know.
No, I agree with you completely.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing, but there's a lot of competition right now.
Yeah.
I think the only area where we're lacking competition is in central defence, and it's a relief to see that we have Akam performing the way he has been.
Yeah.
So for now, if you're gonna choose a starting centre back combination, you have probably the most likely outcome being Zaid, Tahsin, and Akam, with the alternatives being probably Rebin. I'd say would be the first in the pecking order after those two, and then it's a toss up between Munaf and Saad Natiq, who I thought did okay when he came in. Obviously, he scored the own goal, but that's not on him.
No.
I felt he did all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely give the manager something to think about. But
I think he's also good to have in the national team side.
His experience.
He's a level-headed guy, calm.
Very nice guy as well.
Yeah.
Still sick, man. Still sick. But
that season, bro.
Yeah. I think there's a lot to take away from that tournament. I really wanted us to get to the semi-final, and I was enjoying it, bro. I was really enjoying seeing this many games back to back, and
I swear my joy is the national team right now, bro, because club football is just
bleak. But bro, club football shit. It's always been
bleak,
shit,
man.
Iraq just hits differently. We said it last time.
Yeah.
When are the other Arab Cups then? When are they gonna be? That you said that Qatar are hosting.
2029 or 2030, and then the one after that is 2033, I think, or 2034, I think, or something like that.
So it's gonna be a long wait, because right now, the only things I'm really looking forward to this sounds tragic, but just hearing myself
every 4 years I have something to do.
Just hearing myself say it just sounds tragic. But the only things right now I'm looking forward to, March, and then inshallah the World Cup.
Yeah. And
then the January after we have the Asian Cup.
Yeah.
But that's a very quick turnaround, man.
Very quick, yeah.
You'd have to keep Graham Arnold, wouldn't you, for the Asian Cup? Because by the way, his contract's finished.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He's on a rolling basis right now.
Yeah.
His contract actually is finished because they accounted for the Arab Cup.
Yeah.
And the qualifying phases.
Yeah.
They didn't account for us going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which, that's just poor planning, goes lack of faith in the team.
Yeah, just lack of faith.
But, so we're in a situation where he's on basically kind of a rolling contract. Obviously, they're going to renew, inshallah. And
I think they have to.
They have to, at this stage, he has to stay.
There's no sign or reason for you to not want this guy to carry on.
Yeah, I think he's done very, very well within the circumstances of everything. Now if you look at his stats, 12 games, 7 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses, both losses, 2 of the losses, red card, Hussein Ali after 2 minutes, Ali Al-Hamadi red card against South Korea after 20 minutes, and in Algeria on a penalty.
Yeah.
Those are good numbers, man. For anyone.
Anyone, bro.
Yeah.
Anyone. This is why, when you analyse this, as you're saying, the circumstances he's put in, there's no manager that would be able to. This is just circumstances of the match. This is not on the manager. You can't blame the manager for a red card in the first 2 minutes or the first 20 minutes. That's just on the player himself. Yeah. But from the standpoint of what we've seen genuinely from the manager in terms of structure, discipline, a style of play, a fixed style of play, we haven't seen this in the national team for. I've not seen it genuinely in my lifetime watching Iraq. 2007 was early for me, those generations. I remember, but I wasn't looking at tactics at that time. But from what I've seen in the national team, I've never seen a team with this fixed style of play, structured, disciplined, where any player can come in. We're looking at the team right now, like we're saying in the Arab Cup, that's completely different. These are all players, local players, and they've come in and they've just fit the system.
Let me ask you a question then. Because I was reading a tweet yesterday from a guy called Hassan Mubarak, he's a mate of mine. He said, quoting, I think Radhi came out and said, the Iraqi team has a clear style of play now. And then Hassanin came out and said, I don't see it. What is the style of play? I want to see your thoughts on that. What would you, if you describe to somebody like Hassanin, how would you describe to them Iraq's style of play right now?
I would say, firstly, we have to look at the formation. Formation 4-4-2, that's fixed. Everyone can see that. Off the ball especially, we play with 4-4-2. Now, if you look at the midfield, you have two midfield pivots, basically. Both of them drop in to collect the ball. Yeah. Especially one. You see it again, especially with Karrar. Zaid Ismail being the more box-to-box sort of player that plays, in the middle. Yeah. Karrar was the one in this tournament you could see drop in. He was playing in between the centre-backs at times, collecting the ball. So you clearly see when it's the main team, it's usually Amir that's doing that role. So you clearly see there's a pivot that plays, collects the ball. You have a progressive style of play. We've lacked a lot of the times in this national team progression from defence to attack.
There is progression, but that progression being just
hoofing it.
One pass, bypass the midfield.
And we were, especially under Casas, like at the start we started seeing, but then it just transitioned into that.
Like fizzled up.
It was just becoming just long ball forward. Now you clearly have a way of getting the ball from defence to attack. You have the midfielders being a link. You then also have the wide areas being so fundamental to this team. Big managers, Pep Guardiola, all these teams, they need their philosophies to get the ball to the wingers, get the ball in wide areas, and then create some, something. Different managers have different philosophies once the ball gets to the wingers. But with us, it's a lot of the time. You have the wingers, you have double ups on the outside, you have, your wing backs being very fundamental also to support the wingers. And then you have the two molds of strikers that are also fixed in his eyes. You have one mobile one that moves around, in this case Mimi a lot of the time is the one that's creating sort of the chaos, whatever. And you have another one who can, if we need to, in circumstances, hold the ball up, be a physical presence. So you have roles in this team that are very fundamental. And I think anyone that's analysing this team, it's clear as day. So for me, it's really baffling, like when I see, with all due respect to the guy, Hassanin, who said that, I think it's really, it's a poor sign of being able to read football with this specific team that you can't see where the style of play is. It's very clear and obvious. It doesn't require a tactical expert.
Just because the tactics are basic, it doesn't mean there are not a clear style of play. There is. It's basic, granted, but you're playing with players that have a basic tactical understanding of the game. So this is what I feel Graham Arnold's done very, very well. He's come in with basic tactics, but implemented them very, very well.
Exactly.
So that these players can actually do it. Because when you come to these players and you're trying to play this La Liga Spanish type of football, bro, they haven't got the IQ for it.
No.
It doesn't work. That's why you end up just hoofing it, as we saw towards the end of Casas' era.
Yeah.
For me, what I really like about this team is something you touched on, which is progression on the width.
Yeah.
I'm a Man United fan, bro. I grew up on Ryan Giggs and David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo and Nani.
Yeah.
I love wide play. Okay, I love seeing wingers getting the ball running, crossing it in, overlaps. We saw tons of that yesterday against Algeria. Ali Jassim down the left destroyed them the last 45 minutes. But Ahmed Yahya bombing past them, playing nice passes, but again the final touch wasn't there in terms of the right pass or the finish or whatever. But bro, they were getting into the right places.
Yeah,
there's quality, that's one thing, but there's tactics, that's something different.
Yeah.
The tactics were there.
Yeah.
The execution wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's definitely been a clear element in terms of how we play. Get the ball over to one side, the other side gets into the box.
Yeah.
So for example, Ahmed Yahya comes in, you'll see the play switched entirely to the left with maybe Mustafa Sadoun tucking in.
Yeah.
Or it was Qouqi at one point on the right.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was getting into the box. Like there's clear style of play within this team, and it's nice to see because it's been a while.
That's what I'm saying. You've covered this team in detail for years. Have you seen a manager implement a fixed style of play like this?
I have, but not over a long-lasting period. Okay, so like Casas, he came in, but his tactics lasted what? 5 games?
Yeah.
6 games?
Yeah.
But it fizzles out. But now we've played what? 12 games now under Graham Arnold.
Yeah.
And we're improving.
Yeah.
That's the key thing. We're improving with the style of play.
Yeah.
Have we had clear styles of play? Yes, Katanich, for example.
Yeah.
But his style of play was horrific.
Yeah, that's
like the tactic was for him.
It wasn't efficient.
No, well, it was to some degree because we were winning, but it was horrific to watch.
Yeah.
It was all get as many players behind the ball as possible.
Yeah.
Defend deep.
Yeah.
Hoof it up as quickly as possible, and hope Ayman gets on the end of a cross or a chance or whatever.
Yeah.
Score from set pieces. Like it was like depressing to watch.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't create proper chances.
Yeah.
That's not football to me.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, okay, Katanich has done very well with Uzbekistan or whatever, but that's different.
Yeah.
Like different circumstances, different countries, different players, whatever. You know? But with Iraq, like people love to say, oh, in hindsight, we should have kept him, or look what he's done with Uzbekistan. Bro, we were winning like 1-0 against Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Fuck that, bro. I don't want to watch that shit. Like, obviously, I'm a supporter, but I also want to be entertained.
Yeah,
I want to be proud of my country when I watch them play.
Exactly.
I want to see them take on Bahrain, give them a challenge. Take on Algeria, give them a challenge.
Yeah.
Not going against Hong Kong and playing 5 defence.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It was dog shit, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Katanich for me was like anti-football.
Yeah.
There were tactics, but they're shit tactics.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas what I see with Graham Arnold is like modern progressive football.
Yeah.
Not this like Eastern European deep defensive Slavic nonsense, bro. I hate it, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man.
But the thing is also just a point to make, like, especially during this Arab Cup, you can clearly see that his style of play relies on having the 4-4-2 formation. Like when we played with the 3 in midfield with Amjad in the last game against Jordan at the start of the game, you can tell there was issues because they're just this system, this style of play of getting the ball out wide there needs to be presences in the box.
Yeah.
It wasn't working with having a number 10.
I think it's something you mentioned a while back off camera where me and you were speaking, and it was the first time the manager, I think it was against Indonesia or Saudi Arabia, where he switched to 4-4-2 for the first time.
Yeah.
And I remember asking you, Ashim, what do you think about this? Like, we can barely contain or control a midfield.
Yeah.
With 5 in the middle. Now we're switching to 4 with only 2 in the middle. What are we going to do then? And you said something that is stuck with me, and I was like, yeah, it's interesting. You were like, bro, fuck it. If we can't control a midfield with 3, then you might as well just give them possession, and we just bring in another striker to have somebody extra to get on the end of any chances we do create. Because we're not going to control the midfield regardless.
Yeah.
So we might as well just make sure we have as many people in the box. When those chances do come in, there's an extra person to get on the end of it.
Yeah.
An extra head to head of the ball in. Someone else to create a bit more havoc in their defence so we can press a bit higher, make sure that their defence is not able to play out from the back because you have 2 strikers pressing.
Yeah.
I think it's worked. I think it has been working, and I think we've looked a lot better in that sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, long may it continue, man. As long as we're playing like this, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, a lot to take away, a lot of positives to take away from the Arab Cup. It is disappointing. I really enjoyed this Arab Cup. I loved going to Qatar. Like I said, man, Qatar is genuinely like my favourite place on earth, man. If I could live anywhere, I would be there.
Yeah.
So, 3 more Arab Cups to keep going there, bro. You don't need to tell me twice, man. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Literally, this is football heritage.
Yeah,
I'll be there in Qatar, inshallah.
Yeah.
But for now, I guess we have to switch all the attention over to Suriname and Bolivia. We will face one of these countries, and in those 90 or 120 minutes or that one match of football, oh man, we can be going to a World Cup, which is crazy, bro.
One game, man. One game.
Yeah. Are you coming then or what?
I don't think I can, bro. I don't think I can.
How are you gonna
I've been getting a few people that are, telling me that out in the States. I know a few people that are getting me to go.
This, to me, I'd rather be at this match than the World Cup. Because...
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's be honest, we're gonna get smashed in the World Cup. Like, we are going there just to experience it.
We haven't even spoken. We need to talk about that.
We'll talk about the draw. Yeah, we'll talk about the draw. Because I was watching the draw with Ammar Mastan and Yunus Mahmoud, just as you do.
As you do, yeah.
As you do.
As you're in it.
And that draw was brutal, bro. But to hopefully win that game and qualify to the World Cup for the first time in 40 years, bro, I'm not missing that. No Madrid, you know what? Like, that's gonna be mad.
Yeah.
The draw, I really wanted England.
Yeah.
Just the coverage we would have got.
It would have been crazy, yeah. You'd have been, bro.
Every TV channel, every newspaper.
Piers Morgan would have won this guy.
I would have called him a cunt his face. That would have been sick. But anyway, listen. France, Senegal, Norway. The funniest thing I saw, was after the draw, people saying, "Oh, we're gonna get smoked. This is gonna be so embarrassing. We better not qualify." I'm sitting there thinking, sorry, what did you think was gonna happen? You thought we're gonna go to the World Cup final or something,
bro? That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about,
bro? You think it would be better if we got like Austria and flipping, I don't know, like Chile or something like that, bro? We're getting smoked anyway. Like,
yeah, man. Like, just being there, bro. As all we wanted.
Exactly.
What is this mental expectation that, we have to go to the World Cup, and if we don't win the 3 qualifying games, then we're bad? Or like, bro, shut up, man. We're not beating France. We're not beating Norway. We're not beating Senegal. It's okay.
100%.
And it's okay.
100. But also, for me, as knowing Iraq, bro, I'd rather play against these teams, because think about it, if somehow with some mu'jiza, we get a draw or a win against one of these teams, bro, it's historic. That would be
now, bro. Inshallah, we qualify. You're gonna have like Ali Al-Hamadi going up against Mbappe.
Yeah,
that's mad.
That's the matchup, bro.
Yeah, that's mad.
Zidane against flipping
Kante,
Chouameni or Camavinga,
bro.
Man.
Like, bro, that is mental. Like, just what that would do for Iraqi football, for the publicity, for the experience of these young players who can take that with them into the next World Cup after, when they've all gained an extra 4 years of club football, international football, they've coped with the pressure of it. Then you can have a bit more expectations in terms of let's
get progress, let's get some points,
get some goals, whatever. If we qualify this time round, and inshallah we do, bro, it's gonna be like 3 bad games. Like, let's be honest. 4-0 France, 3-0 Norway, maybe about 3-0 Senegal. But again, it's okay. Who cares? Like, what are you expecting? So, I think fans need to just kind of remember who they support. Like, remember who they are. Remember that there's a team that has won one Asian Cup in its history.
Yeah.
Qualified
for one World Cup.
Qualified for one World Cup 40 years ago. But it's the problem, bro. Like, Iraq, we love football so much. We have these mental expectations, and we see ourselves as these giants of Asia. But bro, we're not. Like, there's a reason that we're this far into the qualification playoffs. Because we couldn't do it from the 8 direct or the 2 from round 4. No, sorry, it's the 6 direct and the 2 from So we are this far for a reason, because we're not favourites. We aren't as good as we think we are. So we need to be realistic, But that also kind of allows you to enjoy the wins that bit more, I think.
Of course.
So, man, I think Iraqi fans just keep yourself realistic when it comes to these things. But anyway, I think we've covered a lot. Is there anything else you want to discuss?
No, to be fair, I think as you said, like, it's been a successful tournament, I would say, in a lot of things. I think I've come out very positively from it all. And like to be fair, like Graham Arnold said, the players now, the next 3 months, need to really, really lock in. Like, really, really now treat these next 3 months obviously for their own careers as well. But this is going to be, to get into this game against Bolivia or Suriname, whoever it is, will be a marking point for a lot of these players' careers.
Do you know, two very quick things to discuss regarding that game, yeah? Number one, don't know if you're aware, but Suriname's manager got sacked.
Yeah.
And their FA, apparently their assets have been frozen. So they're struggling to sign another manager. I don't know if you're aware of this.
No, I didn't know the assets. I know the manager got sacked.
Yeah, I was reading about it this morning. I'm struggling to find English sources, but apparently it's the case because I found it from a Surinamese source. But I don't know if it's reliable or not. So that's interesting, and if they're having issues, then that's great for us.
Realistically, I don't think they were gonna get through.
I think they would. I think they're the better team compared to Bolivia.
I don't know, man. Like I feel like the South.
Their players are all like Eredivisie starters, bro.
Yeah, I know. Sharon Sherry was the main one because obviously I know.
No, it's loads of days and stuff like that. Go through their squad.
Yeah.
Their players all play in Holland.
Eredivisie. Yeah, Eredivisie. Yeah.
I didn't even know this, man. Like, obviously, Suriname was formerly a Dutch colony, but bro, Van Dijk, Kluivert, these guys are all from Suriname.
From Suriname originally.
So yeah, man, they're gonna have some serious borders there.
Yeah. I think
I'd rather play Bolivia because Bolivia, bro, like they are very, very good at home.
At home,
when they play at altitude of 10 million feet
from mountains.
Yeah, but away, if you look at their record, they get spanked by everybody, man.
It's true.
So I think if we play Bolivia, we're favourites by far.
I think we got a good chance against either, to be honest.
No, yeah, I agree with you, but I'd rather play Bolivia.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's not worry too much about that.
Yeah.
That was the first point I wanted to raise just very quickly before we wrap things up. But the other thing I want to ask you is, what do you anticipate will happen in this upcoming squad? Do you think there will be many changes? Or would it be just like the usual?
No, I think barring any injuries, the starting 11, like the main players, the fundamental ones that play outside of Iraq, I think those are guaranteed.
So okay, who do you start? Jalal,
Hussein Ali, Akam,
Zaid Akam,
and
Doski. Midfield is gonna be what?
Amir,
Aymar.
Yeah, I would say Aymar
/ Zidane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ali
Marco
Jassim,
has to be. Yeah, Ali Jassim, Marco has to be.
Ali.
Do you think Ali will start, or would it be Ayman and Mimi?
I don't know. It depends how fitness was stuff with Ayman.
Because bear in mind, Ali's coming back from injury as well. Again, the poor guy.
Yeah, I know. But obviously, I think by that time, 3 months, he has time to recover and play.
I think it will be tight.
You think?
Yeah, from what I think it will be tight. If he comes back before then, he wouldn't have had that much game time.
Fair enough. I mean, then if
Inshallah, I'm wrong.
I think it comes down. It's going to come down to fitness and game readiness. So whoever, I think if everyone's fit, I think it will be Ali and Mimi.
Yeah.
If he comes back fit and everything, but
again, that's not bad to bring off Ayman from the bench, Zidane from the bench.
Exactly.
So Yusuf Amin hopefully back as well.
Yusuf Amin, he's back. I know. I saw this game the other day in Cyprus.
Yeah.
So again, bro, like. We have, and then maybe you introduce a Carrar if something, like if he carries on good form in the league. Club. You have Mustafa Sa'adoun who's there, Ahmed Yahya who's there's depth.
What about Murtada?
No. For me, bro, it really pained me to see the situation for what it is.
Yeah.
Because you have in your ranks, bro, one of the best 1v1 dribblers in Europe. In terms of stats wise, and the situation was.
Do you think it can be resolved?
Look, he's made a public apology. He's been disciplined to the point where he's not been brought up to the national team. I understand from the national team's perspective not wanting to bring in a player who has said the thing, or has been in and around this things that were said about some of the national team players. But I think it needs to be an internal conversation between him and the FA, and the manager needs to have a sit down, have a sincere apology. And I don't think it's gone to the point where it's irreversible. I think there's a way back, and we can't. For me personally, bro, like. I understand what was said, and the players clearly shown remorse and wanted to apologise. I think we can't lose a player like Hunter though, bro. For me,
I agree with you, and I think what happened is actually not that deep. It can be fixed, but I just can't see how the manager will gamble on him coming in on such short notice.
Yeah.
And risking the impact that would have on the squad and the morale.
Yeah.
A lot of players did get very upset by it. Like, there was people unfollowing each other on Instagram and that sort of thing. A game this magnitude, I can't see the manager risking it.
Yeah, I get that.
I think that can be repaired, but it'll have to be hopefully after the World Cup.
Yeah.
Where we've qualified.
Yeah.
And then you can start to kind of put the wheels in motion, getting him back into the team and the fold, and you kind of squash the beef.
Yeah, I get that.
With time, everything heals anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be tough to get him back in the current state.
Yeah, in the current state, I agree with you. Up until the World Cup, I agree with you,
But he's a good kid. He is remorseful. Like, I've spoken to him extensively about it. I want him to come on Instagram with me on a live, and we can actually sit and discuss everything and talk about the incident, what playing for Iraq means to him.
Yeah.
Because he feels that people hate him now.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that's the case. I think people are just upset. And Iraqis are very emotional.
Yeah.
So if he comes out and like shows the fans he cares about Iraqi football, he doesn't think he's bigger than anyone, and which is the case.
Which he does. I feel that. Yeah.
We just need to relay that to the fans, and the fans will forgive him. All it takes is one goal, one good performance, and fans will forgive you.
Yeah.
But that is part of the problem with Iraqi football, that you go from being here to there, and then back down here again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just this roller coaster of emotions every single time you're on a football pitch.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, man. Inshallah khair.
Are there any other players that you think we should monitor like the next 3 months, 2 months or so, that before like that genuinely make
Bro, the only player that I feel can be a big addition to this team, besides Muntadar, is Alexander Raha, who wasn't selected for the under-23s because he was injured, but bro, he's played like 9-10 games now.
Yeah.
So he's recovered, like he's playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
The manager didn't want to risk it on him, but most likely he's going to be moving in January to finding another club where he will be playing regularly.
Yeah.
And it will be like, it's Alex, so it will be to a very decent standard. Like you would imagine National League.
Yeah.
Maybe League 2 if he's lucky.
Yeah.
But it's top quality league, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Even National League is very, very good.
Yeah.
And then, man, I think Alex is top. Alex is top. And a lot of these players, like, bro, the FA, the manager wasn't even aware of Alex until I posted about Alex being back, and I posted his goal.
Wow.
So, yeah, man, it shows you, number one, our reach as a page.
Yeah.
But also, the FA needs to be doing better to relay all this information back to the manager. You know?
Yeah.
He needs to know that we have all these options. I was actually sending the manager like a list of different players that we have that he just wasn't aware of. For example, Zakaria Hadi at Bradford City, 19-year-old Iraqi goalkeeper. They had no idea. You look like you had no idea.
Well, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man. We have a young goalkeeper at Bradford.
Yeah.
He's their third choice though, but still 19 years old
England,
playing at Bradford.
England,
was it League 1 now, Bradford?
Yeah, Bradford.
Again, very high level.
Yeah. They need to hire you, bro. This is paid work.
طلع جدانك عنا. But yeah, man. Did you see that picture I took with Adnan?
Yeah.
Bro, that was funny. Like, he got so excited.
Bro, yeah, I know. He looked like he was genuinely...
he was more excited than I was, I swear. Because I did it mid-game,
Yeah.
And in front of all them bros.
Yeah.
So,
and he was like...
Usually,
making a scene.
Yeah, so I made the scene for him. I love it, innit?
Yeah.
So, you know, like, usually you'll be like, oh, can I take a selfie? And you just, like, quickly, and you only want to...
Yeah.
Like, he stayed there for, like, a solid 30 seconds. And he was like, did he take it properly?
like, get my angles.
Yeah, like, mid-game, bro.
Was that Mid-game?
Bro, mid-game. It was like the 70th minute after we were winning.
Bro, I thought that was like
No,
the
bro,
game.
mid-game.
Just got
That's why
mid-game.
he got happy, because like it was in front of all the FA.
Yeah.
All his haters as well. So like to him, that's why I did it.
That's sick though.
Like giving him clout, innit?
Yeah.
So he loved it. But man, like I posted that, and again that was another weird one. I got a bit of backlash from that, saying, "What's he done?" Like, bro, if you don't see what Adnan Darjan has done, then either you're like 16, 17 and you have no idea about the dark ages of Iraqi football.
Yeah. No,
or you're just an idiot. Or you have a maslaha. Like,
yeah, but one of those, bro.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's done terrific work for Iraq.
Incredible.
Yeah, man. That's why I posted, like, protect this guy at all costs, because he is that guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's enough Iraqi football rambling.
Yeah.
We'll come back in about a month. We'll look back at what happened in my Iraq trip, inshallah.
Yeah.
We'll try to go cover some football there. And then I've got a few ideas in terms of stuff we can do to keep us going up until the World Cup in terms of content.
It's a good period, bro. This is
exciting times.
Exciting times.
Yeah, like good times. All right, well, guys, listen. Thank you so much for listening. In the meantime, you know, the usual, like the video, subscribe to us on YouTube, on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to this on. And please follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, X. Like, we're all over. All the content is different, so get yourself on there. And yeah, support the channel, support us, and you're supporting Iraqi football. So a lot of love from me. I'm your host once again, Hassan and Bilal. Hashim, thank you for being there.
Bro. As always, man.
Habib, pleasure always mine. Yalla Iraq.
Yalla Iraq.